What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel, and today I'm coming at you with another Video Games Monthly unboxing. And today's strange and unique location, which I like to do when we have the chance, is in the freezing cold wilderness of my front yard in Michigan. That's right, we're in the midst of the blizzard of 26. That's right, I was born in the blizzard of 78, but we're getting another one right now. They say we're looking to get about, it's not quite a blizzard, but we're looking to get about 6 to 12 inches today alone. The wife got a quick 6 this morning, but that's for another video, not appropriate to YouTube. But I have here my holy grail of Video Games Monthly boxes. That's right. This here is an NES holy grail that I have been wanting to acquire for my collection for many, many years. And here it is, right inside this box. So let's open it up and find out what it is. Something I was supposed to do today. What day is it? Oh my God! It's Nudie Magazine Day! So a little backstory before we pop this sucker open. Now, as I've said many times before, and you probably already know, but in case you don't, I need to specify. I've been a longtime member of Video Games Monthly, and I love the service. But now I only collect for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES. So I'm down to 50-some games I need to finish the complete collection, North American Nintendo Entertainment System. Liking that. That being said, it's getting harder and harder to find games. Most of the games I need are heavy hitters, so they reach out to me. We work together so I can still stay a subscriber, which I love, and they'll get me a game that's worth several months of boxes. So, you know, this is real, not making this up. You're not going to get this game in your box unless you work with them. But to be honest, I don't think you want this game. But shall we open it up and see what it is? Now, this is a game that it's been right on the top of my wish list for many years now. It's odd to be looking to acquire this, being a grown man. Whoa. The breeze just kicked up. I hope that's not killing the audio. Is it an omen? You don't want to see this? Whoa. That game is none other than Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. Yeah, that's right. A somewhat ripoff of Cabbage Patch Kids, but done in a vegetable manner. Point and click Nintendo game. So let's talk about this, right? I'm guessing a lot of you have never played Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom, and nobody would blame you for that. This game is by no means fantastic, not one bit. No, it's an NES point and click, and some of the point and clicks on the NES that may come to mind are like Shadowgate, Deja Vu, Uninvited. To be honest, the horror genre is somewhat fitting for point and clicks, but this comedic little girl's vegetable kingdom theme is not so great. I had always wanted this game because, well, I wanted every Nintendo game, but because of the screenshots on the box, because they picked out some good ones. It always intrigued me, and it made me wonder what this game was, because way back before the internet, you could not look up game footage or anything like that. And this game was always rare. Never saw it anywhere. I believe once way back in the day, I ended up renting it, which is somewhat puzzling because this is the cover art. Does that make you want to play this? I don't know, right? It's a shitty claymation thing. I don't know. But one way or another, I did end up playing this gem, and, you know, needless to say, I didn't super like it, but something about it intrigued me. So I want to say sometime around 20 years ago, when I was still doing, I've always been collecting for the Nintendo, but, you know, I'd go to those used record stores where they had movies, video games, all that kind of shit, and, ever since the Nintendo came out, I'd always been frequenting those stores and picking up games. And, you know, around 20 years ago or so, what Nintendo games they had in the pile there were always really cheap. And I feel like this one was still like $20, which was insane. That was just like a crazy high price for a Nintendo game back then. But so I picked it up, and I had it, and I played it. But I don't want to say I liked it, and I never ended up beating it because there was a couple parts that, I don't know, were a little cryptic, and I just never had the motivation or wherewithal to go ahead and take this one down. But oddly enough, something happened to this game, because as the story I'm telling you goes, I had it, and I rarely sell off any games that I have in my collection. If I do, they are extremely terrible, and no matter how terrible they may be, they are never Nintendo Entertainment System games. Absolutely not, because I'm going for the whole collection. But I want to say, many years ago, I was just like, you know what? Before I decided to go for an entire collection, I'm like, this game's terrible, and I'm never going to play it again, and I don't want it. So let's free up some shelf space, because at that time I had purchased this bookshelf that all the games went on fantastically, because I'm super organized most of the time. And I was like, you know what, this game's a turd. I know it's worth a bunch, and I must have sold it. I can't recall it, but it's the only thing that I can come up with that happened to it, because I don't lose things. This was before I had a kid, so you know, it didn't mysteriously end up in the toilet or somewhere stupid. But all these years, it has been quite a mystery to me on what happened to this game, and I wanted it back in my collection. And since I have fond memories of it, even though it's a terrible game, I still wanted it. Of course I want it. It's a Nintendo game, and I want all of them. But it was on the top of my wish list all this time, and every time I go to a convention, I see it, and I don't see it a lot, okay? I mean, you see it, but it's super rare. But I do see it, and, you know, knowing that I don't really have any intention of playing it, I never ended up pulling the strings, and it just kept skyrocketing in price, going up and up and up, and I never ended up getting it. And then, lo and behold, our boy Floyd came across it. We worked out a deal, and here we are. Back in the day gamer, the proud owner, once again, of Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. So, yeah, I'm freezing my ass off. It's literally 10 degrees out here, and the tips of my fingers are starting to get numb. 10's not that cold, but it's also not that warm to not have a coat on. So I'm going to go back inside and fix up an Irish chocolate milk. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned for another snowy adventure, because I'm going to put my coat on and film something else. A little something about memories from back in the day. Memories about snow days and shoveling people's snow in the neighborhood. So if you're interested in that, which I can't imagine why you would be, stay tuned. But until next time, keep it retro!